So hello guys, welcome back with another video of Salesforce Geek channel, and in today's video we are going to create a auto launch flow. So basically in this flow what we are going to create, we are going to create multiple contacts, and on each contact we are going to create a task. So scenario is something like that. Let's say we have an account. This is our account, and let's say our account fulfill a particular criteria. So then we need to create a contact for this account, and then we need to create a task for this contact. So this is the simple scenario. So let's see how we can achieve this with the help of Salesforce flows. So let's go to the Salesforce org and click on new flow. Let's click on auto launch flow with no trigger. Click next. Choose freeform. And here what we are going to do, we are going to fetch accounts from the org. So we have to use get record element over there. Type label, let's say get account. API name will be automatically populated, and in object we need to provide the object name. So let's say account. After that we have to provide a filter criteria. So let's say we are going to provide the annual revenue criteria over there. Let's say annual revenue equals to a specific value, let's say 1001. So all we are going to fetch accounts whose annual revenue equals to 1001. So basically we are filtering records. Now here you have to select all records, all those record who is going to filter this or fulfill this criteria. Now click done, or you can choose some specific fields. Let's say click on choose fields, and here ID is automatically, or let's say by default is there, and you can select more fields. Let's say name, and that's it, and click done. Now connect the dots from start element to your get record element. Now drag and drop a decision element over there and type the label, check for null. Let's say records, or let's say accounts found. In the resource one, you need to select account from get account, which is again our get record element, and we are going to check whether our get record element, so basically get record element is a list, and we are going to check the list whether it is having some record or not. So we are using is null, and in the value boolean true. So this condition will only take those, or only pass the condition to the next stage when our list containing some records. In the default outcome you can change the label. Let's say no account found, and click done. Simply you can connect the get record element to decision element, and now what we need to do, we need to create contacts. So now what we need to do is apply loop over there on the get record element, which is for account, because we need to create contact for each account that is coming into the get record element. So let's provide a label over there. Let's say loop for contact. API name will be automatically populated. Here you need to select collection variable. So we have get record element, which is account. Select get account over there, and first item to last item, click done. Now from decision element to loop element, select over there, and our outcome is accounts found. So we are only going to loopify over get record element when get record element have some records. So that's why we are using assignment decision element over there. Now what you need to do is let's say drag and drop a assignment over element over there, and we are going to create an instance of a contact. So for that, let's say assign contact details. In the API name will be automatically populated, and variable you need to create a new resource and select variable here, provide a API name, let's say con obj. Let's say in the data type you will select record. Don't select this allow multiple values, because we are going to create only a single reference, or you can say instance of a contact object. In object select contact and click done. Now you need to provide field value, let's say contact object dot account ID equals to current loop, which is current item dot account ID. Select account ID over there, and let me change the label for my it's okay. Now what you need to do is add another assignment, because last name is a mandatory field over contact. So let's provide mandatory field which is last name. Select con object over there, and let's say last name equals. Now in last name what you need to do is we are going to create a dynamic name for our contact. So let's say you need to create a new resource for that. So go to value and click on new resource, create a variable formula over there, and in formula let's say dynamic last name. So basically through this we are going to learn like how we can concatenate two things in our formula in Salesforce flows. So for that, in the insert a resource section, first you need to select data type, let's say text, and in formula you need to select let's say your current account name. So it will be current item from loop, which is loop for contact dot name. Now to concatenate two things you need to add 2 plus, and between the 2 plus if you want to provide space, so let's say quotes over there and make a space between them. After the plus type the let's say contact and make contact in a string format, so that it will be concatenated. So as you can see, the format is something like this. Contact, which is a text, so it will be in string. Again, if you want some space between these two, so you need to provide quotes, and there is a space between quotes. And again, it's a dynamic name which is referencing for the current account. Click done, and we are okay with the assignment. Click done again and connect your loop to your assignment, let's say for each item in the collection. Click done. Now you need to create another assignment, let's say collect contacts. API name will be automatically populated, and in variable you need to create another variable basically to store all the contacts inside the loop. So for that you need to create a variable, click on API name and type cons, and in data type will be record, and this time you need to select allow multiple values, because you are going to collect all the contacts In object, select contact and click done. Now instead of equals, you need to select add. Now you need to select your record, so which is con object. Now after con object, what you need to do is remove this dot by simply pressing the backspace button. So now what we are doing here, let me explain you on the, let's say, pen tablet. Click done and simply connect these two assignments. After that, you need to simply connect your second assignment to your loop, and that's it. Now let's move to the pen tablet and let me explain you the concept. So let me explain you the concept of assignment over there. So let's say this is the loop. Okay, here is your assignment 1 where you are going to assign values to your contact, and here is your second assignment. Now here is your loop element basically. So let's say your loop will run first time. So first it will come to the assignment 1, and let's say you have con obj 1. Okay, now your con obj will get stored in a list. Let's say it's a bag which I am going to store con object. Let's say now you have another account in your loop element, and you will have to create another contact for that. So let's say con object 2, and it is also going to store in this bag. Now you know about that we are having two elements inside our bag. Okay, two con obj. Basically these are the contact records which are not created yet. So if I did not use this bag, what I need to do? I need to do to insert DML, basically two DML commands over there. And if I use this bag, and what I did, I basically come out from the loop and simply update this or create this bag. So number of times I created or used a DML command over there is 1. Now in the same scenario, let's say we have 20, or let's say we have 100 records. If we did not use the second assignment, we need to create 100 insert DML commands over there. But again, if we use this bag, we need to apply one insert statement over there. So it is beneficial for your bulkification of your flow. So this is the concept. Now let's move back to the flow and let's create these contacts element or contact records. So for that, what you need to do is drag and drop a create record element over there. Let's say create contact. API name will be automatically populated, and here you need to select multiple because you have a collection variable over there. What I mean by collection variable is bag. So my bag name is cons, and simply I have to click done. And let's connect the dots from loop to create record element. Now at create record element, all of the contacts gets created, and after the contact get created, we need to create task for there. So let's minimize our flow so that we can create the logic for task. So after creating contacts, we need to select loop element over there. Basically what we are going to do now, we are going to loop over contacts collection variable. So let's say loop for task. And in the collection variable we need to select cons and first item to last item and click done. Connect dot from create record to loop, and then you need to drag and drop a assignment element over there. So let's say assign task details. Now in the task details, what you need to do, you have a lot of required fields. So let's provide the data, or first we need to create a new resource variable, as we created a contact variable over there just to create a single record of contacts. So let's create a new resource. In the resource type, select variable. In API name, let's say task obj, and in data type you need to select record, and don't select this, allow multiple values. In object, select task and click done. Now as you have task object, you have to simply move your cursor back and simply type dot, and you need to provide owner ID, basically assigned to ID. Now assigned to ID, how you can provide, you can simply provide with the help of global variable, which is user, and user dot ID. So it will take the current user who is working on the flow. Now add another fields which are required. Let's say we have task obj dot status equals, let's say, not started. We have another required field which is subject. Let's say task object dot sub. Select subject over there and equals, let's say this task is created from Salesforce flow. Now again create some more fields, which is task obj and let's say priority equals high. And now what we have to do, we have to link our task to the respective contact. So for that, let's say task obj who id. So who id equals, now here we need to provide the id of the current contact. So how we can fetch the current contact id? By loop element. So in loop element, what we need to select here is current item, and which is for contact, and the name of the loop element is loop for task dot id. So now our 5 fields for the task is created. Now we have to simply click done, connect the loop to assignment, and then simply you need to drag and drop another assignment. So let's say collect tasks. Now again in the API name will be automatically populated. Now we have to again create a resource variable, and this time we need to create a record collection variable for storing multiple tasks, as we created in the case of contact. So let's simply click on variable, click on API name. So API name will be, let's say, tasks, and in data type it will be record. Click on allow multiple values, and object, let's say tasks. Select task over there, click done. Instead of equals, select add, and in value you need to provide task object and simply remove the dot. Click done, and you have to simply connect assignment to assignment, and now this assignment to your loop. Let's make it a little better. And now what you need to do is drag and drop a create record element, basically to create tasks. So let's say label is create tasks, and API name will be automatically populated. Here you need to select multiple, and in the record collection variable you need to select tasks, and simply you can click on done. Connect your loop to your create record element and simply done. You can save your flow and provide the name, let's say contact creation with task, and simply save your flow. So in the second decision, basically when we don't have any records, we need to send an email. So to send an email, what we need to do is drag and drop a action element over there, and in the action we need to search for send email. So here you can see send email option is there, click on it. Let's say provide a label, let's say send email, and API name will be automatically populated. Type the body, let's say there is no account who fulfill the criteria, and in the subject let's say no account. Now I don't know why this is happening, but it is kind of bug or something. So simply you need to click on done, and again open this action send email core action basically. Now in the email address you need to provide the email address of your system admin, or let's say your own email address. So let's say Shubham srd@gmail.com, and simply click done. Drag and drop dots from decision element to action element, and simply you can see no account found. Now save your flow and click on this get record element and check what is the condition. So condition is annual revenue equals 1001. So let's check whether we have some records for this condition. So as I am in my all accounts, so let's click on this filter button and add a filter where annual revenue equals 1001. Click done, click save. Here you can see I have 3 records who have annual revenue of 10,001. So what we need to do here, check whether these accounts having contact or not. So let's click on edge communication. We don't have any contact for that. Let's move back, check for other two. Let's say Genie Point, no contact. Let's check for the third one, United Oil and Gas. So we also don't have any contact right now. Now let's move to our flow and let's click on debug on canvas. Click on it, and here you can again click on run. So as you see, it will throw an email because we don't have any records, but I need to check, like we have 3 records. Okay, the thing is guys, here is my mistake. I select true here. Account from get account is null, true. So what is the thing is, we need to select false here, because let's say what is the meaning of account from get account means it's a list, and we are checking whether our list is false or not. So is null means it is empty, and what we need, we don't want an empty list, so that's why we need to select false here. So that's my mistake. So it's also a you can say learning for you, like we need to select false over there to check for null, and click done. Save this flow and again click on debug again. Click on run. So as you can see, our flow is working fine this time. You can also see let's say from the beginning in our debug logs, you can see successfully found records. Now our decision element will run, which is for check for null. It says accounts found, and we have 3 accounts like this, this and this. Now we came to the loop and first record will processed, and first record we need to create one first account, first contact for that. So first contact is assigned over there as a instance. Here you can see first iteration, then you will see second iteration, and simply you can see we are adding those contact into our list, like cons add con object. And in the last one you can see in the end of loop, and here you can see we are creating those records. In the result you can see all records are ready to be created when screen pause or local action is executed, the interview finish. So basically it's a DML command, or you can say DML element over there. So all the records come here and gets created. Now again our loop is started for task, and again iteration 0, again we have iteration 1, and again we have iteration 2. So we have 3 iterations because we have 3 account records, and at the end you can see all records are ready to be created. So let's check into our Salesforce org whether we are our contacts get created or not. So let's refresh the screen. And check one by one. So let's click on Edge Communication. Here you can see we have a contact over there, and you can also see the dynamic name Edge Communications contact. Click on this. You can also see a task created over there, this task, and subject is this task is created from Salesforce flow. So let's check some the second one. Let's say GeniePoint, and check for contact. Let's say GeniePoint contact. Click on it, and here you can also see another task is created. So that's how you can create a contact for a particular account and also create a task over there for a particular contact. So I hope you like this video. Please hit the like button and subscribe our channel for more such videos. Thank you so much.